Hello and welcome. Today, you're going to learn some very useful English. Have you ever felt nervous when speaking English at a grocery store or a restaurant? Don't worry. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to say in these everyday situations. You will follow Lucas, a young man who is learning English while living in an English-speaking country. Through his journey, you will learn important phrases, simple vocabulary, and easy expressions that you can use in real life. So, get ready, pay close attention, repeat the sentences, and practice with me. Let's start. Lucas is an international student. He moved to a new country recently, and he is still getting used to speaking English every day. He knows some words, but when he goes out, he sometimes feels shy. Today, Lucas needs to do two important things: buy some groceries at the supermarket, have dinner at a restaurant. He is a little nervous, but he knows this is a great chance to practice his English. Lucas takes a deep breath and says to himself, I can do this. Learning English is all about practice. He grabs his shopping list and leaves his apartment. As he walks to the grocery store, he thinks about the words he might need. How do I ask where something is? How do I pay at the cashier? He feels excited but also a little worried. Will he remember what to say? The doors of the supermarket slide open. It's time for Lucas to put his English into practice. As Lucas steps into the supermarket, he looks around. The place is big, with many aisles and shelves full of food, drinks, and household items. People are pushing their shopping carts, picking up products, and reading labels. The sound of quiet music plays in the background. Lucas takes a deep breath and pulls out his shopping list. He doesn't want to forget anything. He looks at the first item: bread. Okay, where do I find the bread? He thinks. He looks around but doesn't see it. This is his first challenge. Lucas knows he needs to ask for help. He sees a supermarket employee stacking some cans on a shelf. This is his chance to practice English. He walks up to the employee and smiles. Lucas: excuse me, where can I find the bread? Employee: the bread? It's in aisle 3, near the dairy section. Lucas: aisle 3. Thank you. He repeats the words in his head. Aisle 3, near the dairy section. I did it, he thinks. He feels proud of himself. Asking for help wasn't so hard after all. As Lucas walks to aisle 3, he looks at the signs above the aisles. They have words like fruits and vegetables, frozen foods, dairy products, bakery. These signs are very useful, he thinks. Bakery, that's where he will find bread. He picks up a loaf of bread and checks his list. Next, he needs milk and eggs. He looks at the signs again and finds the dairy section. Lucas picks up a carton of milk and a dozen eggs. Then he continues shopping. While looking for pasta sauce, Lucas sees two brands. One bottle is bigger but more expensive. He doesn't see a price tag, so he decides to ask a worker nearby. Lucas: excuse me, how much is this pasta sauce? Employee: that one is $5.99. Lucas: and this smaller one? Employee: that one is $3.49. Lucas: okay, I'll take the smaller one. Thank you. He smiles. He's starting to feel more confident. As he walks through the store, Lucas listens to how other customers talk. He hears a woman asking for help. Excuse me, can you pass me that bottle? A man is talking to his child. Do we need anything else? Let's check our list. Lucas realizes that learning English is not just about studying. It's about listening, observing, and practicing in real-life situations. He continues shopping, feeling more comfortable with every step. Finally, he has everything he needs. Now, it's time for the next challenge, paying at the cashier. Lucas looks at his shopping cart. He has everything he needs: bread, milk, eggs, pasta sauce, and a few snacks. Now, it's time to pay. He walks towards the checkout area and sees two options: self-checkout and cashier line. Since he's still learning, he decides to go to the cashier so he can practice speaking English. As he waits in line, he watches the customers in front of him. The cashier scans their items, asks a few questions, and takes their payment. Lucas listens carefully. "Would you like a bag?" the cashier asks. "That will be $12.50. Here's your receipt. Have a nice day." Lucas repeats the sentences in his mind. "Okay, I can do this," he tells himself. It's finally his turn. He smiles at the cashier. Cashier: "Hello? Did you find everything okay?" Lucas: "Yes, thank you." The cashier starts scanning his items. The beep, beep of the scanner makes Lucas a little nervous, but he stays calm. Cashier: "Do you need a bag?" Lucas: "Yes, please." The cashier puts the items in a plastic bag. Cashier: "Your total is $18.75. Lucas: "Okay, here is my card." Lucas hands over his credit card. He watches as the cashier inserts it into the machine. Cashier: "You can tap or enter your PIN." Lucas taps the card. The machine beeps again. Cashier: "All set. Here's your receipt. Have a great day." Lucas: "Thank you." "You too." He picks up his bag and walks towards the exit. That was easier than I thought, he thinks. As he leaves the store, Lucas remembers something important. There are different ways to pay. Some people use cash, others use credit or debit cards, and some even pay with their phones. It's good to know how to ask about payment options, he thinks. Useful phrases: "Do you take credit cards?" "Can I pay with cash?" "Do you accept contactless payment?" Learning these simple questions makes shopping much easier. Lucas walks home with his groceries. He feels more confident. One challenge completed. He smiles. But he's not done yet. After putting away his groceries, he plans to go out for dinner. That means another opportunity to practice English. After putting away his groceries, Lucas feels hungry. It's been a long day and he doesn't want to cook. He decides to treat himself and go to a restaurant nearby. As he walks through the streets, he looks at different restaurant signs: Italian cuisine, Mexican grill, burger and fries. He chooses a small, cozy diner that looks inviting. This is a great opportunity to practice my English, he thinks. Lucas steps inside. The smell of grilled food fills the air. A friendly waitress greets him with a smile. Waitress: "Hi. Welcome? Table for one?" Lucas: "Yes, please." The waitress grabs a menu and leads Lucas to a small table by the window. Waitress: "Here's your menu. I'll be back in a minute to take your order." Lucas: "Thank you." He sits down and looks at the menu. It has different sections: appetizers, main course, desserts, drinks. Okay, what should I order? He wonders. Lucas sees familiar words: cheeseburger, grilled chicken, pasta Alfredo. He likes burgers, so he decides to order one with fries. The waitress returns. Waitress: "Are you ready to order?" Lucas: "Yes. I'd like a cheeseburger with fries, please." Waitress: "Great choice. Would you like anything to drink?" Lucas: "Yes, a glass of water, please." Waitress: "Still or sparkling?" Lucas hesitates for a second. He remembers that still means regular water, and sparkling means water with gas. Lucas. Still, please. The waitress writes down his order and smiles. Waitress. Got it. I'll be back with your food soon. Lucas nods and looks around. The restaurant is busy, but people seem relaxed. He listens to the conversations at other tables. This is a great way to learn English, he thinks. Listening to native speakers helps me understand how people really talk. After a few minutes, the waitress comes back with his meal. Waitress. Here you go. 1 cheeseburger with fries and a glass of water. Enjoy your meal. Lucas. Thank you. He takes a bite. The food is delicious. As he eats, he hears a customer at the next table calling the waitress. Excuse me, can I get some extra ketchup? Lucas remembers this phrase. He needs ketchup too. He waves at the waitress. Lucas, excuse me, can I get some extra ketchup? Waitress, of course. I'll bring it right away. A few moments later, she returns with a small bottle of ketchup. Waitress, here you go. Lucas, thanks a lot. He feels more comfortable speaking now. Every small interaction is helping him improve. Lucas finishes his meal. He's full and satisfied. Now it's time for the final step, asking for the bill and paying. Lucas leans back in his chair, feeling full and satisfied. The cheeseburger was delicious, and the fries were crispy. He takes a sip of his water and looks around. I did it, he thinks. I ordered my meal, asked for extra ketchup, and everything went well. Now, there's one last thing to do. Ask for the bill and pay. Lucas looks around for the waitress. He catches her attention and raises his hand slightly. Lucas. Excuse me, can I get the bill, please? Waitress. Of course. I'll bring it right away. A moment later, she comes back with a small check folder and places it on the table. Waitress. Here you go. Take your time. Lucas opens the folder and sees the total. $14.50. He nods. Okay, now I need to pay, he thinks. The waitress returns. Waitress, how would you like to pay? Cash or card? Lucas, card, please. She hands him the card machine. Waitress, you can insert or tap your card. Lucas taps his credit card on the machine. It beeps and the screen shows approved. Waitress, great. Here's your receipt. Thank you. Lucas, thank you. Have a great day. As he stands up to leave, Lucas remembers something important: tipping. In some countries, it's common to leave a tip for good service. He checks the bill and sees a section that says, Suggested tip, 10%, $1.45, 15%, $2.17, 20%, $2.90. Lucas decides to leave a 15% tip. He places $2 on the table and smiles. This is a good way to say thank you for the service, he thinks. As he walks out of the restaurant, Lucas feels proud and confident. Today was a great day. I spoke English in real-life situations, and I did well. The sun is setting and the air feels fresh. Lucas heads home, thinking about how much he has learned. Step by step, he is improving. As Lucas walks home, he reflects on his day. He feels proud of himself. I used English in real situations today. I asked for help at the supermarket, paid at the cashier, ordered food at a restaurant, and even left a tip. Every small step he took gave him more confidence. Let's take a moment to review what Lucas learned today. At the supermarket. Excuse me, where can I find the bread? How much is this? Do you accept credit cards? At the cashier. Do you need a bag? Here is my card. Can I pay with cash? At the restaurant. Can I see the menu, please? I'd like a cheeseburger with fries, please. Can I get the bill, please? These are simple but powerful phrases that will help you in real-life situations. Just like Lucas, you can improve your English every day. Don't be afraid to speak. Practice by listening and repeating. Use English in real situations, even if it's just a few words. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way, you can continue learning with more fun and easy lessons. And now, let's practice. Write in the comments. What do you usually order at a restaurant? How do you pay for your groceries? See you in the next lesson. Keep learning, keep improving, and keep speaking English.